dog, yo.
So ain't nobody else gonna say it? Fuck it. I'ma say it. Whoever BandGang beefing with, they need to say sorry. Them boys is getting head tapped. I'm talking about squad wiped. Every year they lose at least 3 members. At this point, I don't even think it's one group that they beefing with. I think the entire city is against them. They should have hung this shit up back in 2016. On my mama, these motherfuckers is getting sent to the gulag. I'm telling you, they basically getting hunted.
When they were, dozens of people were celebrating a repass, a funeral, a celebration of life here on Detroit's west side at Moffat and Seneca. Right behind me, actually. You can't see the park where they were at, but beyond me, all kinds of evidence markers. We're told that apparently as this celebration of life was going on earlier today, a car pulled up and
Detroit, August 2025. A crowd gathers at a park to mourn the death of a young man. But instead of prayers and peace, more than 100 bullets tear for the night. When the smoke clears, 1 man is gone, 2 women are fighting for their lives, and the cycle of violence claims another name. Tonight, we're talking about the life and death of Detroit rapper BandGang Bull, a man who lived by the street code, dissed his enemies on records, and ultimately lost his life at a funeral repass. But what makes this story even crazier is that Boone was killed the same way he used to mock his enemies, at a repass. Proof that in these streets, karma doesn't just knock, it kicks the door in. Now let's break this down. Everyone knows Chicago started drill, but over the years, cities like Philly, Memphis, St. Louis, Indianapolis, and yes, Detroit, have turned drill into something darker, something global. Detroit in particular has its own style, raw, aggressive, and tied deep into real street beefs. And at the center of some of those stories was BandGang Boone. Real name Boom, also known as BandGang Boom or BG Boom. He wasn't just a rapper. He was a name tied into real situations. Allegedly, Boom and his crew had long-standing issues with rival groups like Cash Gang. And if you know Detroit rap, you know this beef wasn't just on wax. It spilled into real life. Boom became known for openly trolling dead rivals on live. He laughed, he mocked, and in Detroit, everyone saw it. But here's the thing, the streets never forget. What you put out eventually circles back. Fast forward to August 18th, 2025. Family and friends gathered on Detroit's east side at a park on Moffat and Seneca for a repass, a gathering after the funeral of 22-year-old Dion Davis, who himself had been gunned down just days earlier. When
they were, dozens of people were celebrating a repass, a funeral, a celebration of life here on Detroit's west side at Moffat and Seneca. Right behind me, actually. You can't see the park where they were at, but beyond me, all kinds of evidence markers. We're told that apparently as this celebration of life was going on earlier today, a car pulled up and unloaded gunfire into the crowd. We're told that 3 people were shot. A male victim in his 30s has died from gunshot wounds that he suffered out here earlier today. 2 women were also shot. We're told they are in temporary serious condition at this point. Now, Detroit police saying that they are looking for a vehicle in connection to this shooting, a burgundy Chrysler 200 or 300. It's unclear exactly what make, but definitely a Chrysler, a burgundy Chrysler. And as I said earlier, possibly upwards of 100 shots fired as these mourners gathered out here earlier today. Detroit police say that there were shell casings from 3 different caliber weapons, so possibly 3 weapons involved in all of this, but just a really sad situation. We don't know a whole lot of who the repass was for. We do know it was a 22-year-old that was actually murdered in Detroit recently. There are some rumors that are going around that this is possibly a retaliatory shooting or something like that, but Detroit police are keeping those details very close to the vest tonight. Again, a short recap: 3 people shot here on Detroit's east side. 1 male is dead and 2 females in temporary serious condition. Police are actively looking for those suspects. Remember, it is a Chrysler, a burgundy Chrysler 200 or 300 that they're looking for. So for now, reporting live in Detroit's east side.
Mourned. A burgundy Chrysler 300 pulled up. Within seconds, more than 100 rounds lit up the night. Rifle shells, handgun shells, bullets flying from 3 different directions. Chaos. When the shooting stopped, BandGang Boom was dead. 2 women were rushed to the hospital in serious condition. And just like that, another life was added to Detroit's ongoing list of gun violence victims. The craziest part, just weeks earlier, Boone himself was online laughing about a rival who had been killed. He said things like, "We had to repass with it," not realizing that one day those same words would apply to him. It's chilling when you think about it.
What are you waiting for? Y'all remember the one bitch? The one nigga that jumped on top of the roof on Scary Movie? What are you waiting for? That nigga said, what am I waiting for? What am I waiting for?
He had to repass with it, not realizing that one day those same words would apply to him. It's chilling when you think about it. Speaking death into existence. And like I always say on here, the power of the tongue is real. For those outside looking in, this might feel like just another story. But Detroit locals know this isn't random. The beefs run deep. Crews track each other's moves, sometimes to social media, sometimes even with trackers on cars. And when retaliation comes, it's not always one-on-one. Sometimes it's ambushes. Sometimes it's entire crowds. That's the reality of drill culture when it mixes with real street politics. At the end of the day, Boone wasn't the first, and sadly, he won't be the last. From Chicago to Memphis to Detroit, we've seen this same cycle over and over. Rappers dissing the dead, ops responding, the internet fueling the fire, until one day, it ends in tragedy. What's really gangster? Taking care of your family, making sure your kids are straight, building a future, not ending up another headline at a repass. So rest in peace to BandGang Boom. Condolence to the families of everyone caught in this cycle. And for anyone watching this who thinks the streets are a way out, remember this story. The streets don't forgive. The streets don't forget. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this.